What's up, beautiful people? It's your boy Cam, and I am back with another video. It has been a minute, so you guys know I had to come in and touch base with you guys and get more content uploaded. So welcome back. I'm so glad that you guys are here with me. What's up? Let's talk. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about mental health. And so this is kind of going to be a series, Okay, Cam. It's actually going to be a series dealing with mental health. And so I'm going to share my personal experience with you guys in this video of me dealing with mental health. And then for the next two videos, you guys will learn a little something new. Who knows? Just stay tuned. So today we're going to be talking about depression. So there are plenty of mental illnesses, but the one that I've recently just got done dealing with is depression. So what is depression? I'm so glad you asked. So depression is feelings of severe despondency and dejection. So I know that is like the textbook actual definition of depression. So I bet you guys are wondering, all right, Cam, despondency, dejection, what you talking about, bro? I'm glad you asked. So despondency comes from the word despondent, and it means to be in low spirits and have loss of hope and courage. Dejection, which comes from the word deject, means to make sad or dispirited. So those are the textbook definitions for those words. So when you think of depression now, it is a severe feeling of a loss of hope and courage and extreme sadness. So a key word that I want you guys to recognize is it's a feeling, meaning that it's an emotion. And so one thing that I've learned about emotions is that they're not permanent. Emotions are not permanent at all. One moment you're feeling happy, one moment you're sad, one moment you're angry, next minute you chill. So emotions are not permanent. They're constantly moving. And if you think about it, the word emotion comes from the word motion, meaning movement. So feelings are always moving. And so I like to refer, when I'm talking about depression, I'm talking about, especially when I'm going through a depression, I always, sorry, it's getting a little bit too ahead of myself. I always refer to it as a wave of depression because I know that it's not going to last forever. I know that I'm going to get through it. And I just have to make it through the wave, because once the wave subsides, everything goes back to calmness and peacefulness and happiness. And then I know that another wave is gonna come because my feelings are always moving. But I try not to get into those deep feelings of not having hope or extreme sadness. I try not to stay in that place. I try to work through it with my therapist and things like that. So it's a wave. I refer to it as a wave. It comes and goes, and I know that it's not going to be the last time I'm depressed because it's a feeling based on life. You know what I'm saying? So I know that life events are going to continue to happen to me. So I know that I'm going to feel a way about them. So, it's a never ending battle that you have to, you just have to work through. And I feel like the more that we talk about this and the more that we converse about it and share our stories and testimonies about it, the easier it'll be to get through that next wave. You know what I'm saying? The easier it is to have that much more support than you did the last time. So, depression. All right, so like I said, we're getting intimate today. So, what I found out in dealing with this last wave of depression was that I had ADHD and had never been tested for it, always had the symptoms of ADHD and ADD, but never officially got tested for it or treatment. I just dealt with it. I didn't even know that I had it until this last wave was very difficult for me to get through, and I could not figure out why. It's like my brain was just like on some rah-rah, some rah-rah shit. Like it was just like going bananas. And like, I didn't want to get out of bed. I didn't want to work. I didn't want to do anything but just sit in it all day. I couldn't focus on anything. And so I was talking to my therapist about it, and she was like, you know, you also are exhibiting ADHD and ADD symptoms as well. And so she was like, you should get tested for that. So I got tested for it, blew that test off the charts. Like, you know, like if they had a textbook candidate for ADD/ADHD, I was the example. That's how my test results came back. And I learned that ADHD and depression are correlated to each other. Now, of course, I couldn't just have depression and ADHD/ADD. No, that wasn't enough. So then, you know, you gotta sprinkle a little extra seasoning of anxiety as well. So on top of dealing with ADHD, depression, and now anxiety had to come through, because ADHD and anxiety, they best friends. They tight like that. You feel me? They are tight like that. And it's because of your ADHD symptoms that creates an anxiety in you, because you can't get shit done. You're like, you know, you're extremely sad. You've lost hope. Don't have the courage to do anything. And so you start developing this anxiety because life is still going on. I still gotta work. I still have to be a brother. I still have to be a son. I still have to be involved in the community. You know what I'm saying? So like, anxiety had to come on in too. Like, hey, let me get a piece of the pie too. Crazy. So, how did I get to the point to where I feel so much better, I'm in great spirits, and I'm able to make this video? Is that I got on my medication. I started some medication for ADHD, and it has been a life changer. Let me tell you, my depression got so much easier to deal with my medication, because there wasn't 2,000 thoughts and feelings swirling, you know, around in my head and in my body, and I was able to focus on one thing at a time with my medication and get shit done, knock things out, get back to focusing on the important things in life. And it gave me the boost that I needed to work through the depression with my therapist, as well as stay focused on work and life and family and things of that nature. And so that's how I'm able to now record this video, because I feel so much better. And I absolutely attribute that to a combination of therapy and a combination of my medication. And it has been, like I said, it's been a life changer for me. But what it did do is that it made me take a very long look in the mirror, because when you're able to come out of your depression and you're dealing with your ADHD to where you're able to focus more, you feel a lot better, you feel more of yourself, then you actually have the bandwidth to deal with the anxiety. Because I had to look in the mirror and ask myself, what am I so anxious about? Why do I have this anxiety that never seems to go away? Is this self-created anxiety? So it made me do a lot of reflection, as well as talking to my therapist, and man, the results. You ready? Okay, so what I realized was that I like to control things. Yes, I like to control things. And when I feel that I can't control a situation, it creates anxiety in me. Because if I can't control the situation, I'm at the situation's mercy. And so when you're in that type of position, it leaves you naked. It leaves you bare. It leaves you vulnerable, because you can't control anything. Whatever happens, it's just gonna happen. And that fear of being naked and being bare and being vulnerable creates anxiety within me. And it made me realize that if I have this fear, then I'm not as assured of myself as I thought I was. You know, I've done a lot of personal, I call it soul work. So shout out to my best friend because she coined that phrase for me. But I've been doing a bunch of soul work, and you know, when you're doing your soul work and you're evolving, you know, you gain a lot more confidence in yourself. And I thought I was at a certain level, but then looking at the root of my anxiety, on why my anxiety is present in my life, because of that fear of trying to control everything. And when you can't, you know, can't breathe, because it's like, okay, they're gonna see me naked, they're gonna see me bare. What will they think? Will they judge me? What are they saying about me? And you basically talk yourself into a deep dejection. See what I did there? And with that, I realized that there were some places within me, if I didn't feel comfortable or confident enough in myself to where if I can't control a situation, I'm okay with letting things flow as they should, then there are some parts in me that need some healing. You know, there are some parts in me to where there's some darkness in me, to where the light and the darkness need to combine together to create energy. Because once the light and dark combine to create that energy, that's a confidence in myself that no one can take away from me. Because as you guys know, energy doesn't die. You can't kill energy. So even if you kill me, the way that I feel about myself and the confidence that I had in my spirit and my energy doesn't die. You know what I'm saying? So I had to realize that I had to humble myself and be like, yo, you have a lot more work to do. The less you have to control things and you are able to let things flow as they should, the more your anxiety level is going to decrease. Because you're going to be so connected and feel so good about yourself that no one's going to be able to take that away from you. And so that is what I took away from this most recent wave of depression. And I just wanted to share that with you guys, and just wanted to let you know that I am going to take my time on finding my flow this time. I'm not going to rush anything, and it's going to be a daily struggle to not want to control things, but I can do it. I can do it. And if I can do it, you can do it. In whatever way that any of this message, this video applies to your life, you can do it. All right? So if this video resonated with you on any type of level, you learned something new, you laughed a little, you think I'm cute, anything, then, you know, like, subscribe, share, hit your notifications. I'm going to start creating more content, but most of all, just thank you guys for even just viewing this video. So thank you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.